Hey everyone, welcome back. So in this video we are going to understand Leetcode problem number 611, and this is a valid triangle number. So this is a classical 2 pointers plus sorting problem that often shows up in the coding interviews, and I'll try to give hard in breaking the problem into very simple steps. So I'll suggest please keep watching, and if you have any doubt you can ping me in the comment box. If this is questions that you're not understanding, I definitely reply that. Okay, so let's try to understand. The problem says that we are given an array of integer and it represents a side length. Okay, so let's read first. It is saying that given an integer array nums, return the number of triplets chosen from the array that can make triangles if we take them as a side length of the triangle. Okay, so we can say the number of triplets. The very first, the problem says that you are given an array of integer, right, and it representing the sides. Okay, from here, so we need to count how many triplets we have. Let's suppose you are saying I, j and k. Okay, in that we can say, okay, is this forming a triangle or not, right? So let's try to understand here. Give me 1 second. So let's try to understand the given example what we have here. The example saying that we have 2, 2, 3, 4, right? And we know that the problem is saying that we have given an array. This is called nums, right? And it's a combination of integer, and it represents the side of length, right? Side of length means if we know the triangle as a simple, we can say this is A and this is a B and this is C, right? We can say that. So these are called side. Let's suppose A, B and C. If I'll represent these sides, we can say A and B and C in the small, we can say. Okay, can we say that? We can say that, right? So in the case of if we are representing the triangle, right, we need 3 sides, right? Those with these 3 sides, we can say if this is your I, this is called J and this is called K. Now it looks good. Okay, so when we need to count how many triplets we need to form a triangle, so K means triplets means 3, right? We can say I, J and K will be a pair that forms this triangle, right? To form this triangle, right, in a valid triangle, you can say, right, where we need what? I, J and K, 3 pairs we need, 3 elements of pair we need, right? Means we have to count how many triplets we have to form this valid triangle, right? So let's very first try to understand what is a valid triangle, right? So to make a valid triangle, if the sum of 2 sides is greater than the third size, right? Let's suppose I'm talking about this size and this side, right? So the definition says that sum of any 2 sides. Remember the 10th standard, in the where it is saying that the side of any the sum of any 2 sides is greater than the third. Remember, third side. Then it is called a triangle. Remember? So in the very simple way, we can say, okay, if this is the side I represented A and this is a B, we can say, okay, if this sum is greater than the C, right, it means C is the what? Is the largest side. Can we say that? C is the we can write here largest side, we can say that. Understand? I hope you're understanding. Okay, because this is very simple. We know that this is a 10th standard concept where we say sum of 2 sides is greater than the third side, and we can say A plus B is greater than C. In that case, we say this C is the largest one. I hope you understand anything, right? So give me 1 second. Let me clean it. Okay, so let's try to understand from here. Okay, very first what we have given, we'll say, okay, very first we should sort. I don't know, it is not given anywhere here is a sorted, right? So very first what we should do, we will do sorting, right? We'll do the sorting of the given array and we'll say after the sorting what is becomes, it becomes 2, 2, 3 and 4. This is what we have given in the array, right? Okay, now check all the combinations. What are the combinations are there? Let's go with one by one. Very first I will take these 2, then these 2 and then this 3. So this 2 plus 2 is greater than 3. Is it valid? Yes, this is valid, and we'll say yes. Let's talk about the next one. I'll say okay, this time we'll take not these 2, we'll take these 2, let's suppose, and we'll take this one, right? Is this 2 plus 2 and what we have here is 4 is greater than 4, right? No, right? It is coming 4 is not greater than 4, so we'll say no, it is not. No, so this combination is not working, this combination working. Let's go with another one. In this case we'll take what? We'll take a different one. So let's suppose I'll take these 2, then this 3 and then this 4. So we'll say 2 plus 3, is it greater than the 4? It is true, right? We'll say yes, and we'll say okay, this will also work. Let's go with the another one. Okay, so very first we will take this 2, then this 3 and then this 4. So we have taken already this one, right? So either you will take this one or this one. So this is the combination. We'll give the same one, right? We can say, so this will also come, the another with the another 2 will also come the same one, right? Means we'll say 2 plus 3, it is greater than the 4, means yes. So how many we are getting here? The valid one. These 3 triangles forms, right? This and this. So total number of triangle is forming here is 3. And in that case we are getting 3 answer, right? So total is getting 3. So you have to count the valid cases. If it is valid cases, you just need to increase the count, right? And you will return that count here. I hope you're understanding. Now try to understand with the triplet concept, right? Very first we know that we need what? We need to find the triplets, right? The return the number of triplets it's saying, means very first we should find the triplets. And what is triplets? Where we have I, j and k. So we need to fix the largest side. Let's suppose we have 2, 2, 3 and 4, right? Let me write here first. Okay, 0, 1, 2 and 3. This is what we have given. Okay, let's suppose when I'm talking about this is nothing but our k, right? If k is 0, 1, 2 and 3, these are the cases we have where we will take I and j. We'll start from the pointers, we can say. Okay, I and j, let's suppose the pointers. So let's suppose when we'll say I equal to 0 and we taken k equal to 3, because we want to fix the largest side, then we have to move the pointers, 2 pointers we have to move, right? In the case when k equal to 3, it means we are talking about the value equal to what? 4. Okay, so we'll say I equal to 0, means at I equal to 0 what we have is 2. Then we'll take j, we'll take, let's suppose we'll take at 2, not we'll take here this time. So one I should be here and another j should be here, right? Let's talk about here. J will not take both at the same place. You can take, but we are not doing the combinations. We want to take the combinations, right? We don't want to take the substring like that. We are not going to move like that. In that case, we'll take I and j. One I is here and j is here, and k will take at, in the case of here we want to put, okay, for the largest one. To fix the largest one, we'll say okay, I is at 0, j equal to will take at 2, and 2 what we have here is 3. Okay, listen carefully, then you will understand. Okay, so very first we'll check. What we will check? We'll say okay, 2 plus 3, we are getting here 2 and we are getting here 3. Is it greater than 4? We'll say yes. We'll say yes, means it's a valid case. this is a valid case. So if it is valid case, okay, this is valid. If this is valid, just do what? We'll say increase the count plus, right? How? You need to do j minus I. We will do what is j we have here, where j is 2 and I is 0, means count is 2. Next time we'll move here j to the left side, right? So we'll say okay, j will become at 1 because we will move this side. So j is at here in this position. Okay, so we will update j here. Okay, j is at 1 means we are talking about 2. Now 2 plus 2, is it greater than 4? No, right? It is not. We'll say then in that case we'll move the right this side. So both we will reach at where? At this position. Okay, now let's talk about when k from here, we'll put the k at here, right? In that case I will start at 0 and j will start at where? At 1, right? In this case, so we'll say okay, so what we need to do? We need to do very simple things, right? I is at 0 and j is at 1, so we'll say 2 plus 2 is greater than 3. Yes, we'll say okay, yes. Similarly get the count. So we'll say okay, what is count here? Currently we have is this one, so we'll say j minus I. J minus I is nothing but 1 because it is at 1 and this is 0, will get 1, right? Means total count, if you say here 2 and this is 1, we'll get 3 count and we'll return this. Okay, let me tell you how we will implement it. Okay, so this is what we have. This is what we have and we will implement in very simple way. Okay, so let me tell you how to implement it. I don't know what is happening. My mouse is not working. Okay, it's working now. So very first, what we need to do, we have given the nums, right? I told you to make the arrays. Let me increase little bit. Arrays dot sort. If we'll do the sort, we need to pass the nums, correct? We'll say okay, nums. Now we have to find the number of elements, right? So let's say that is actually not required, you can do at the time there also. So we'll okay, nums dot get the length, because this is array, so we'll say nums dot length, and we need one more thing that is called count, and we'll say okay, count is 0. And for the 2 pointers we want to find the triplets. So very first I will use the k, that for the largest, so we'll start k from n minus 1 because this will be sorted, right? And we'll say okay, k will be greater than equal to 2 because maximum 2 we need, right? I and j, right? It should be greater than I is at, let's suppose 0, then 1 should be j should be at 1 and k should be at 2. For that, we in that case we'll take, right? And we'll say k minus minus. Okay, now we'll say take 2 things. I is at 0 and another take int k, which is not k, j, right? J should be k minus 1, right? We have seen that the k was at 3 and j was at 2 in the very first steps, right? So we'll take like this, and then we'll say okay, while loop, let's start with I is less than j. In that case what we need to do, we'll say okay, let's go with the if condition. We'll say okay, nums at I, if the first side and the second side will add, means 2 sided we will add, so not I, it should be j. If sum of 2 side is greater than sum of third side, not sum of the third side, we can say nums at what? At k. This is the valid condition for the triangle. In that case, just increase the count. We'll say count plus equal to how? J minus I, correct? and then we'll say okay, j minus minus. It's very easy, right? Because we have to shift the j in the left direction, right? And in the else condition we'll in the else condition we'll increase the I in the right side, right? This is what we have seen. Now what we need to do, once this loop is completed, right, we have our count, means the valid triangles, number of triangles we will return the count. Okay, this is what we need to develop. Okay, let's check. Yeah, so as you can see, both test cases is working fine, right? And let me tell you what we have done. Very first we have sorted it, then we take a count and we'll take the k, and we want to take the two triplets we want, right? So for the triplets we need I, j and k. So we will take like this, the largest element be at the k and two element that as a sum, right? Sum of two elements, remember, sum of two element should be greater than this, that concept will come, right? And if it is valid, just take j minus I, and each time you increment the count plus. In that case you will get all the valid what you call triangles. So let me submit this. So this is working fine, right? And I definitely understood that you will understood this video, you will understand very easily. If you have any doubt, any suggestions, please ping me in the comment box. I will definitely help you there. In case you need the guidance one-to-one in the batch, let me know in the comment section, and you can get the WhatsApp number. Please do WhatsApp and give me your time. We'll do one-to-one session, we'll understand your requirement, and then we'll start the session with you. Thank you guys, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you tomorrow.